Apex Legends has a very diverse pool of weapons. I'm sure a lot of you know that. And most guns in Apex are extremely viable, almost to the point where you can run literally any gun you want to and still do well with it. Though there are certain guns that fit better on certain legends, and some people may not actually know that. So hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8-Second Gaming, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down some of the best weapon combos for the different roles in Apex so that in your next game you can pick the right weapons and help your team more. And if you want to learn more about these guns, how to use and abuse them, or learn about a certain legend you want to play, or even just different aspects of Apex, you need to check out the GameLeap website right now. Over there, we have high-level coaches, including myself, creating content all the time. The kind of stuff that is highly targeted at specific areas of Apex to make you a better player. And guys, I promise you, the kind of stuff that we make over there, you will not find anywhere else. So if you really want to climb in Apex and get better, click the link in the description, get your membership right now. Now, diving back into the video, we have to cover a few basic things beforehand so that we're all aware about what I'm talking about. This is very important and plays into the weapon, so pay attention. Number one, I know that there will be some comments about just use whatever gun you're comfortable or best with. And yeah, that argument is valid, but in a game like Apex, you need every tiny bit of advantage you can get. And certain guns are best on certain characters to match their playstyle and give you those small advantages in those fights. Number two, yes, there are roles in Apex. Like a school play, everyone has their role, and thankfully I can't just be stuck playing a tree here. Anyway, roles in Apex are simple. You have your entry fragger. This is the person that's first into the fight, usually a Wraith or Octane, someone who can get in and out very quickly. You have your secondary fragger. This is the person that's second to the fight. They're helping deal damage, give out information, stuff like this. This is usually a Valkyrie, Bloodhound, Mad Maggie, those type of people. And lastly, your support. This is the backline. This is someone who's team defense. They're anchor, they're rock, they hold spots down for you, and they're the best reset button you have after a fight. This is someone like Gibraltar or Caustic. And number three, legends can fit into multiple roles depending on the team comp. It happens. Gibraltar is usually a support, but if you're running an ALGS style comp like Valkyrie, Gibby, Caustic, he turns into the secondary fragger, so be aware sometimes your role can change based on other legends on the team. Now that we have that covered, let's talk about some guns, starting off with everyone's favorite entry fraggers. With entry fragging, you're mainly going to be up close and personal. You need to be able to have some medium range to poke if need be, but a lot of the time you're going to be taking the fight to someone. So for this, you need a gun that goes hard in the paint, that powerhouse up close gun, and right now there's really no better option than a shotgun. We are in a very shotgun heavy meta currently. They are still very overpowered and can deal a lot of damage in fights, so pick between a PK and a Mastiff. In the current meta, one isn't really better than the other, it's just what are you going to hit more shots with. And if you're sitting there saying shotguns are stupid, mine only hits for 9 damage when I use it, that's not the gun's fault, you're just missing your shots. Go into the firing range and learn how to use it a bit. Now, what gun pairs really well with shotgun in terms of this role? Well, that's a gun that's able to be used close range, medium range, long range, doesn't matter, it has potential. And a gun that's been strong since Apex came out is the Wingman. The Wingman in Apex is probably the best entry fragger gun because of how versatile it is in the meta. In a lot of ranges, it does hit hard, and if you're able to bank off headshots with it, you can easily wipe a squad without breaking a sweat. The Wingman is definitely the biggest risk to reward gun, so make sure you practice with it in the range every day so that you can really get the hang of it and be good no matter what. The combination of shotgun Wingman will take you wherever you need to go. Early game, mid game, end game, it can do it all and put in the work no matter what. So now that we have entry fragger covered, let's talk about secondary fraggers, the people who are coming to clean up. These people need a gun that can be good in close range, allowing them to run in, help win fights, but also a gun for longer ranges to cover or poke as they run up so you can be dealing damage and helping no matter your position in fights. So for close range, let's talk about a gun that's really getting some shine in the meta right now, the Car SMG. Now, for some people, they may be asking, why wouldn't a secondary fragger want a shotgun as well? And they 100% can have one. If you're more aggressive in fights and you're getting more up close and personal, grab one. And especially if you're playing Mad Maggie, grab one. But an all-around solid gun in fights is the Car, and it's wonderful right now. The ability to pick between light and heavy to share with teammates is awesome, and you're not limited by what extended mag you can use. More bullets is better in fights. The car also shreds in close range, so you roll up and your entry fragger has someone low, the car beams them, finishes them off very quickly, and you have the fight over in an instant in most cases. But what is a gun that pairs well with the car? Well, something to give you range and allow you to fight no matter where. The car does have a very bad recoil pattern, so it's not good in medium ranges. Well, for that, we're going to need to take a look at an assault rifle. Here, I would suggest an R301 or a flatline, but if you're a Havoc fanboy, it can do well also. Right now, with the flatline being in the crafter, it's almost impossible not to have an AR in this game. All you have to do is land in a decent spot and make one. That way you're able to get the perfect loadout and help your team in any fight that may break out. My go-to would be a flatline, but if you're running heavy ammo in the car, use an R301. It isn't the best idea to run two of the same ammo types. I would go into more detail about it, but that's a topic for another video. So for secondary fraggers, car, SMG, and flatline is the loadout for you. Now, what about the backline, the ones holding it down, the people who are making sure their team is okay in fights and want to deter pushes from teams who are far away? Well, for this, you're still going to need a decent close range gun, because there are those times that the fight will be taken to you, or you need to jump in and smack some people around who are beating up your Wraith. Well, for this, you're going to want to run a shotgun. Not only are they very strong in close range, like I've mentioned before, but you also only need one stack of ammo when running them. That saves you space for more heals, ultimate accelerants, nades, more ammo for your secondary weapon, just random stuff like that. Also, if you're playing a legend like Gibraltar, you need a shotgun for bubble fights. Without it, you're gonna lose and you won't be as much help to your team. Being able to jiggle peek the sides of the bubble with shotties is just needed in those fights. But now, what about the main gun? What am I gonna have here? Well, by far the best option for a support is a marksman rifle. Both the triple take and the 30-30 are great here. I personally prefer the 30-30 because it has the dual shell hop up, and that allows me to have more freedom with the shots I spam out. But if you're a T-take lover, then that's totally acceptable as well. These guns just allow you to sit in the backline, poke from a distance, and help your team in longer range fights. And if you spot a team at a longer range that looks like they want to fight you, you can just send some shots out, hit them a little bit, say, hey, don't push us, and they will usually respect that. You can also be poking with marksman rifles to level up Evo armors. You can then pass them around your team and set you guys up for the best in fights. Of course, all of these weapon combos have a little bit of leeway, and you can play around with some of the guns. This is just a start and solid options to work with until you find your personal playstyle. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you out, even just a little bit. If it did and you want to see more like this in the future, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm 8 Second Gaming, and I will see you in the next one.